A lot of people want peace, but many people that I know personally don't practice or is a practitioner of peace, meditation, uh, changing the way they think, etc. Moving away to a place where love is at, where it's warm, you know. Um, and you can watch my videos and say it's simple, but really life is meant to be seen in philosophies as simple as possible. Because these people that live thousands of years, hundreds of years before us, pretty much seem to try to simplify what they could understand out of their life. And I say there because I'm careful with my words. We all put meanings behind everything. And so my piece is letting people do and be what they want to do and be. I don't care what they do as long as they don't hurt me and others, hopefully. And that's what gives me peace. Another thing I do, and especially in 2020, was to just speak my story in a straightforward way to where I could put in the details, this color hair of a person, etc. Because I'm speaking my truth the way that nobody could. Nobody can tell my story any other way than how I would tell my own. And so, at least I'm honest and truthful with everything that I do and everything that I say, which gives me a clear conscience. Um, the other day, I had to sit in my car for 2 hours to meditate, deep breathing, close eyes, to because it got to a point where I haven't meditated for so long, but I come to find out that during the holidays, I absorbed the opinions of others and around me, closest to me, and it stuck with me because it made me question myself and everything that I was doing for a bit, mixed with being a contradiction of okay, well, this is good. This is what I want to go through. I'm happy that I'm going through this because it's teaching me something, and but over time I realized that the accumulation of negative emotions that were on and off uh, uh, was building up inside of me. That I now realize, looking in hindsight, that I was on overload. But I also had the right mindset to live in my life too. It's just sometimes it just was contradicting, back and forth. So I got to the point where when I was on overload, I couldn't move my body. Um, and some people may call it depression or whatnot. But I wanted to work with this. I didn't want to be a victim of this feeling. I wanted to accept it and understand the solutions behind every single problem I had in my head about my life and what I perceive, etc. And when I started to do this for 2 hours, I kept breathing. My body felt uh, cleansed. It didn't feel overloaded with caffeine, and it didn't feel achy and tired. I've been sick, and I started to look at everything that I was doing differently, and just counted my blessings on every single thing that I have been doing, and I'm glad that I've been taking action all of 2020 because there's about 25 plus things that I have done this year that I've never done before in my entire life, including what I'm doing here, this location, with this microphone. I've never been to this location. I've been here before, but I've never been here with this, and talking to y'all. It's just certain. It's all these things that I counted, and I forgot what it was like to have a mindset where I kept seeing positive things left and right. To uh, that I couldn't see anything negative. I knew what was negative. I saw what it was. I just didn't let it control me and cripple me. So I don't want people to think I'm bypassing or anything like that. And I'm glad that I got those messages and point across throughout this time, especially this year, because I started to observe the things that was bothering people by what I do and say or how I say it. So when you start to observe those things like you would be an entrepreneur observing the market and consumers, you kind of understand the name of the game of life at times, that when dealing with certain people, you kind of work your way with it or around it, depending on the situation. And I've been attracting experiences that I subconsciously want to attract. Um, but I I felt that a part of me didn't think that it was enough because I didn't see a result. But eventually, as time went on, looking back in hindsight, I executed a difficult situation with a difficult person very efficiently, that I walked away with no regrets at all. And everything that I said I wanted to say